We're in Treveglois and we're going to do a spot of carp fishing. Where my brother, where we'll probably be catching rudd. We're going carp fishing, but there's no carping, so we'll hopefully catch some rudd. Left. Whoop. No, he didn't know the way the first time I came here. I forgot it was pot. Right, we've got a 10. There you go. It's a lovely farm, isn't it? The fish over there. We fished over there the last time. No, we fished here, and we fished there. Right. Okay. So that's where I've caught the carp last time. I've tried all round here and didn't catch any round here. Okay. So that's the only place I know. But sometimes fishing into the wind can be a help. Why? For the banks are here. Now we've got to go over there where the bank's lower. Yeah. Now for about 20 minutes. Go and get your camera, he says. Hurry up and fetch your camera, I've caught a fish. So I've had to race back to the car. I hope this is going to be worth it, Rob. I've been planning for about 20 minutes. No, you haven't. The trouble with this, it's got no... Let's have a look what you've got. Was it a mirror? Yes, a mirror. Come here. He's got to be over half a pound, doesn't he? Oh, good half a pound, yeah, yeah. What's the record, by the way? Just over half a pound, I think. Well, at least you've had a fish, that's more than I have. It's almost a blooming way. Whenever you do something, turn your back. Mind that corn behind you, by the way. And we put him safely back into the water. I probably would have caught two while I had to go and fetch the camera. Hey? I probably would have caught two while... No, you haven't. Tell me when you're ready. I'm ready. I know Robert's caught a fish which looks a little bit bigger. Right, Edward's just caught one about... What, half a minute after me. It's, I wouldn't say it's quite as big as the one that I caught. No, but these are a lot more difficult to catch, Robert. That's the difference. Yeah. These are a lot more difficult to catch. You're going to put it in a jam jar and take off? Take it to a shrimp, a sardinery. There you go. Press this red button again. Yeah. Robert, it's crap here. Hey. I've caught one tiddler. It's just got to be quiet. It's not exactly a fishing frenzy. I've caught two, one carp, which was nice, bigger than Robert's obviously, and a rudd. Robert's caught one carp, which was again smaller than mine, So I'm beating him really by 1 rod. But it's not very good here today. This excitement is really too much for Lynn.
Still awake, I hear.
She should be cooking.
All night, you know. For the last 2 days before, hardly a couple of hours.
So Robert, how many fish have you caught? Am I still leading the challenge?
Well, yes and no. Considering you weren't anywhere near your rod when you caught the fish, can't really count, can it?
But my rod was attached to that fish, correct? The fact that I wasn't there when it went under, I admit, it was a bit disappointing.
Yeah, but if you're a true fisherman, you leave your rod. You should, if you leave, you should take your rod out the water.
I left you in charge at the time. Just being summoned, Robert thinks he's caught a fish, which he needs to catch up with me. It's not exactly bending the rod, Rob, is it? What is it?
Best one I've had so far.
Now we're going to see this expert little lad. Have you fed the this the run?
Huh?
Have you fed a run, or have you just chucked it in haphazardly? Like you always do.
I've not just done that.
Hey?
It takes a lot of skill. You can't just.
No, but I'm saying, did you feed the swim?
Yes, of course I did.
I don't believe you, Summer. I think you've just chucked it in haphazardly. This is Mr. Crabtree goes fishing here. Oh yeah, it's nearly as big as the one I caught.
You've kept yours in a living jam jar.
It hasn't got a zoom on it, this camera, so I want my other one. Let's bring it, shall we, to the camera. Now bring the camera, not showing it to the camera, is there?
There you go.
Still.
What fish is it?
It's
a specimen carp.
It's a specimen carp.
Common carp.
Move your hand.
I just got him.
Pick it up. Oh yeah, that's nearly as big as that is the same one I caught. Because I left the hook in. We've only got smelly vision. Bacon cooking.
Right, we're just on our way back from Trefeglois. Had a mixed sort of day, but we have counted up how many we've caught. Done a quick calculation. It don't matter who's caught the most. That's not the what we fish for. Who's caught the most? But just in case you are interested, I've caught 50% more than Edward.
There was no need to mention that. We said we wasn't going to mention that.
No, but people like to. Now they just ask that, you know, and you feel embarrassed about telling them sometimes. But I always do. But just if you do ask, I just caught 50% more carp than Edward. 50%, not a big number, I know. But
can I turn the camera off now? Just come to on the River Severn at Carsus. We're fishing right by the bridge. Quite warm here today. We're going to be using lugworm, well, worm. It's a lovely spot. What do you hope to catch, Rob?
I'm hoping to catch trout, maybe the lady of the river grayling, and just maybe the odd salmon or two.
Oh right.
Because we did promise Lynn salmon for dinner.
Well, it's best not to be too optimistic, isn't it? You know. What size hook are you using?
We're going to use size 12, 7-pound breaking drain.
And what are you going to put in your feeder?
in the feed I'm going to put chopped worm.
Have you got a knife or some scissors
I
to?
don't want that look on. I don't stick to the... Hang on. Let's see. I'm going to use a size 10 hook. Bite again.
Robert, you've been fishing here now for an hour and a half. Have you managed to keep total of all the ones you've caught?
Yeah, I've been writing them in the book.
And he,
Well, not at the minute, but
you're still optimistic, are you?
I've had a bite. I've had a bite.
Well, you've had a bacon sandwich, that's about the only bite you've had.
I've had a bite on a worm.
So the occupants of this river have remained undisturbed, haven't they, Robert? Really, let's face it.
I would say I've got to agree with you on that.
Maybe you've got the wrong fishing techniques. I'm beginning to wonder that. That thought is coming into my mind quite strong now. That you don't know what you're doing.
I think if we had maggots, I think we'd have definitely been hauling them out.
We can't fish with maggots, we've been told. Stupid. You've been fishing for an hour and nearly 2 hours, hour and 3/4. You caught nothing. It's about time an expert had a go.
Right, so Edward is now having a go. Chances of him catching anything I would have thought are pretty low, but it's a beautiful spot and we've got some ducks over there to look at. I don't know what type of ducks they are. They're white, they're Aylesbury or Isles, whatever it is. Could be something like that.
You don't know what sort of ducks they are, do you? Let's be
We've looked in the book and we can't see any white ones, unless they're albino, which I wouldn't have thought so.
albino ducks. Some kind of albino ducks.
They're-
They're not even ducks, they're geese.
They're ducks.
They're geese.
Well, they look like ducks to me.
White geese. Snow geese.
Oh, they must. This is Carsuce Bridge, currently under repair. Next week they're going to close it down during the night and work during the night. It's going to annoy the neighbours a little bit, but if you just see in the middle you can see it sagging, so anytime soon that could well collapse. Not good, very good news, because I drive over it most days.
That must be reassuring for all. After nearly 2.5 hours of fishing, Robert has finally caught a fish.
That's not a bad trout, is it?
And he's caught a brown trout. This bleeding thing will stop wriggling about.
We'll have that.